Welcome back to Around the Clock. I'm here with Joe White of Ashland Community Theater. Joe, welcome back to Around the Clock.
Thank you, Yolanda. Thanks for having me back.
We are here to talk about your upcoming spring show called 2 Acts of Murder. Yeah. Where are you at in the process?
We are in the midst of our audition process. We've held 2 or 3 auditions so far here at WACA-TV studios, and we have 1 more to go. And we have a record 40 actors coming out for this this show, and this is an amazing amount of people coming in. The talent there is amazing. I get overwhelmed. I'm actually overwhelmed by making choices on how to cast it. It's just wonderful to have so many different people.
So 40 people auditioning, how many roles are you looking to fill?
In our first act, that's called The Connection, there are 6 actors in that, 3 male, 3 female. The second act is called The 39 Steps, a live radio play. You can have as many as 23 different roles in there, but we're not going to have 23 people on the stage. But I think Julie, who's directing it, is probably going to go with 7 or 8 different actors.
Okay. So you mentioned Julie, so you have 2 directors. Who are the 2 directors?
Well, I'm going to take a crack at directing the first thing called The Connection, and with Julie Murphy doing the second one, and she's the one that directed one of our scenes in Plaza Suite and a couple of our dinner conversation shows last year. So she's been back.
And this is what, her 3rd show with the
This will be our 3rd performance, yeah. Plaza Suite and dinner conversations we did last year with her.
Great. So any thoughts? First of all, when is the performance going to be happening?
It'll be June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. It's a Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. It's right after the weekend of Memorial Day. So when everyone's coming back and before school ends, so people will still be in town. And we're looking forward to that. Okay.
You said you're taking a slightly different role. You're directing.
Yeah.
What's that like? Or what's your thought process with going into that?
Well, you know, I think, this is our 7th show that we're doing. And I've worked with some really good directors from the beginning all the way through. And not that by any means it's easy. I admire all the work and effort that they put into it. But I've been on stage for all of the other ones, and it's been fun, and I like it, I love it. But I wanted to try something a little different, so I'm going to go behind the stage here this time and give it a crack. There's a lot of a different perspective. You got to coach and talk to everybody in the scene more than just focusing on your own words and dialogue and interacting with actors on stage. You have to worry about a lot of different things that I didn't think you had to worry about when you're just on stage acting. So I give all those directors out there great kudos. Julie's helping me along the way. She's kind of mentoring me along the way. And Chris Erith as well, who's directed us, and who will be, hopefully he's auditioning for this tomorrow, so maybe he could be in our show in June as well.
Good. Well, thanks for coming to Around the Clock. We'll bring you back as it gets a little bit closer so you can tell us a little bit more about the show and how the process is going. So when is your last day of auditions?
It's actually tomorrow.
Okay.
So we're going to be done, and hopefully by next week, it's early March, we'll have announced the cast.
Great.
All right.
Well, thanks for coming back to Around the Clock, Joe. Good luck with your new role as a director, and we look forward to seeing 2 Acts of Murder.
Thank you very much, Yolanda.
We'll be back with more Around the Clock.